Hi, and welcome back to R&Y Inside Learning Hub. This is Sumit Chaudhary, and you are watching Manual Testing Series. Today, we will discuss about modules of software engineering. So, let's begin. First, we need to understand what is the module testing. So, as you know, a software application is composed of a number of software modules that are integrated together to form a software application. A module itself is a program written in a particular language that is composed of subroutines, subprogram, classes, procedure, and functions. Module testing definitions are, we can say, the testing of this module composite unit can be done through module testing. So module testing can be classified largely into a white box orientation. Sometimes module testing is also referred to as a program or component. The module is fully tested and functional in order to participate in application testing. Module testing reduce the number of defect or error which could be discovered during application testing in the large stage of testing. It also introduced parallelism into a testing approach as it provides an opportunity to test multiple application module at the same time. So, what is the module testing? What is module testing? Model testing is primarily focused on testing software, a model or sub program instead of testing the entire software application at once. Model testing in software engineering is very beneficial and always recommended as a very easy to identify, understand, and fix the defect at the module level instead of fixing them at the application level. So, why the model testing is recommended? So, the first point is it is always easy to test a small chunk of program or sub program than a large program or complete application. A small code unit can be tested with the required unit test case and ensure if the particular function, procedure, subroutine, etc. is working fine and tell set to integrate with other program or module present with the software application. And second part, pardon, it supports the testing is in parallel. Multiple modules that belong to single application can be tested in parallel independent of each other when these independently tested modules are integrated into a software application. Then definitely the the end product will be partly product. And last, through model testing, the tester can easily handle the complexity of the software application as testing is conduct at the unit level or a small part of the program. So we have waterfall model, red model, spiral model, V model, incremental model, agile model, and iterative model. So let's jump into the detail. So first we have a waterfall model. So the waterfall model was the first approach to software development. As the name indicate, the process involved moving down through the linear development stages in order: analysis, design, development, testing, and deployment and maintenance. Every stage is well defined with specific deliverable and milestone. Waterfall model is sequentially linear, meaning the next step cannot begin until the current stage is completed. A stage is complete when the goals are met and someone sign off for the project to advance. So we begin with the requirement analysis. Requirement analysis and design and development and testing and deployment and maintenance. Maintenance. Okay. So every stage is complete when the goal are met and someone sign off of the project as we discussed on. So there is no flexibility in this model because you cannot skip. You cannot skip any stage. Okay, you cannot skip design. You cannot stay skip this, and you cannot skip testing as well. Okay, most organization is trying to skip the testing. Okay, we they are conduct the testing with the development. This is not right approach. Okay, as a result, adjusting is difficult and expensive. Regardless of when error are found, they cannot be fixed until the maintenance stage. This lack of flexibility make this module are costly and time consuming than other module. If requirements are unclear or misunderstood, this module is very risky. Additionally, the waterfall model is not ideal for a long, complex, or ongoing project where more flexibility is required. Although the disadvantage of this model are prominent and significant, if it can be useful for a small one-time project with a few requirement and short timeline because it is simple and can be quickly configured. The team must ensure all requirements are well defined and fixed. However, the disadvantage of the waterfall module outweigh the advantage. Thus, this model has lost popularity as IT team practice our agile software development, allowing for increased flexibility, communication, and continuous improvement. Okay, and the second module are in our list. Okay, iterative model. Iterative model, now clear all the things. Okay. The iterative model was developed to eliminate some of the shortcome of the waterfall model. Like the waterfall model is we begin with the planning and end with the development. Unlike the software model, this model include repeated cycle throughout the process. As the name of the model suggests, these repeated cycle are iterative and incremental. The software development process begin with a small set of requirement and new set of uh, requirement accomplish each cycle. So we begin with the initial planning. Okay. Initial planning, and after that, after planning, we analyze the planning, requirement analyze. Okay. And design and implement. Design implementation, and deployment, and testing. Okay. And evolution. Evolution. So this cycle is repeating till the software is complete. Okay. So advantage and disadvantage of the iterative model are: the iterative model of allows the software to continue to evolve and grow as small changes can be made throughout the process as the newest iteration is built of the previous iteration. Okay. So we divided the project in the small iterate model. Okay. Okay. So model 1, model 2, and model 3. And every model, this cycle is repeating. Okay. And along with the development. Okay. So developer can be alternation based on the learning of the previous cycle, and because all the requirements are not outlined at the project onset and many changes are made through the process, work can begin quickly. However, a resource may be quickly consumed as the process is frequently repeated, not to mention management become more complex. So additionally, although this model allow for some changes request, is it is still composed of defined process which result in inflexible at the time, even though the cost of changes is less than the waterfall model. This model is not ideal for project where the requirements are subject to changes during the iteration. The iterative model can be pose more risk with the frequent changes unknown cost and resource requirement or uncertain deadline. So let's jump into the next model, the the V model. Okay. So the V model or validation and verification model expand on the waterfall model with the addition of the early test planning instead of moving down linear through the software development stage. The V model move down until the coding phase when it pivot and begin to upward to the form of V shape. So taking another, okay. In the V model, we first requirement analyze the requirement. One second, I am clean my writing pad. Okay, sorry for that. Uh, so we analyze the requirement. Requirement analysis and design and architecture design. Architecture design and module design. Okay, and coding. Okay, and along with we unit testing. Sorry, my writing pad is causing issue. Okay, integration testing. Integration testing, system testing, and acceptance. Okay, and not draw well, but try to understand. Okay, uh, so requirement analyze, design, architect design, and model design and coding. After that, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Okay. Okay. My drawing is not good. Okay. So this model is V shape, V going requirement, analysis, design, architecture design, model design, and coding, okay, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and architecture testing, like that. Okay. Each development stage has a corresponding testing activities. This allow the team to detect error in requirement specification, code, and architecture early in the development of the project. Unfortunately, fixing error is still difficult and expensive as there is not clear path for resolving this problem. The addition of early test planning gives the V model a greater chance of success than that of the waterfall model. However, the V model is still linear, making it inflexible. Like the waterfall model, a team can only start the next stage when the current stage is complete. This make adjustment difficult, expensive, and time incentive. Okay, there is therefore this model is best for short project with fixed, clear, defined, documented requirement, but it is not ideal for long, complex, or ongoing project. And the next are uh, prototype model. Okay, so the prototype model is centered around increasing the development team understanding of the customer wants need by creating a prototype by creating a working small scale replica of the desired software program. Miscommunications or misunderstanding can be resolved before full development occur. Before developer begin working on the final product, they create a prototype of what they believe the customer wants. The prototype is developed, tested, and refined according to the customer feedback. Once the prototype is accepted, the team begin development the final product. Okay. So now taking by the first we analyze the requirement. Requirement analyze and design, okay, and we as we discussed prototyping, okay, customer evaluation, okay, review and update, okay. If the customer is satisfied, customer is satisfied, then development, okay. After that testing, maintenance. So as you can see, so in this stage, we create a prototyping where the customer can uh, raise their point, okay, according to the design. Okay, so we create a design, okay, and show the customer. So customer can filter the requirement, okay, add on something or changing as per their need. Okay, after the satisfaction of the customer, we begin with the development. Okay, if the customer is not satisfied till the finalize, we not move into the development. Okay, no use for. Ac- Actually, we are creating the product for the customer, for the end client. Okay, if the client is not satisfied, then the not useful the product. Okay, so the prototype model can be drastically reduce the number of iteration required for the SDLC due to the clear customer feedback. This saves time and increase the chances of the customer satisfaction. Although some time is saved, you must take into account the time the developer spends developing the prototyping. If the customer require many changes their mind frequently, or make impossible requests, this time developing the prototype can quickly compound. For this reason, it is a best to place a cap on the number of iteration allowed before the prototyping must be accepted. So when the final prototype is in development, no more requirement or alternation can be made to the plan. This is a significant drawback to the prototype model. Okay. So next model are spiral model. Okay. We discuss prototype. Okay. Spiral model. The spiral model focus on risk assessment. As a result, any team looking to use this model must have people with knowledge and skills in the area. The model has four phases, dividing uh, the model into a quadrant: planning, risk analysis, engineering, and evaluation. The number of loop in the spiral depends on the specific project and the project manager's discretion. On average, software development takes 6 months with this model. It combines features of waterfall and prototype model by stressing or designing, including prototyping in the engineering phase, and by following phases similar to this in the waterfall model. Okay. So first is determine objective. Okay, and second is identify and resolve risk. And third is develop and test. Okay. And the fourth is plan to next. Okay. So we run the first cycle for the first model, and after that second cycle for the second model. Actually, we divided the product in model by model. Okay. And run the same cycle in every model. Okay. My drawing is not good. Okay. Okay. And so we follow the every phase of the SDLC: design, okay, code, integration, integrate, test, and implement, and release. Okay. This is the progress. And it's showing the cost. Okay. So prototype 1, prototype 2, and prototype 3, prototype 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the advantage and the disadvantage of the spiral model are: continuous and repeated development allow developer to make changes and add new feature while managing risk. Additionally, development is systematic, which streamline the progress. The customer is involved in the reviewing each stage, which can be the uh, cus- development process if the customer is slow or lacking in the feedback. However, customer alternation are not allowed during the engineering phase. Because the number of loop or iteration is undefined, there is a risk or existing the budget and not meeting deadline. Achieving the final product is often costly and time intensive. So now jump into the next model. Okay. Incremental model. So incremental model, as also known as a successive version model, is widely adopted model of the software development process where the software requirements are divided or broken down into a multiple standalone. A model requirement in the SDLC software lifecycle, each increment is treated as a sub project as goes through all the phases of the SDLC incremental model. This sounds similar to the iterative model. However, this model is an enhancement to the iterative model, and due to this, the incremental model is also called as the iterative enhancement model. In this incremental model, instead of the making a huge leap, we achieve our goal in the small phases. So as you can see, we already discussed these things in the iterative model as well. So divided with the module wise, and we uh, follow the HDLC phases in every module. Okay, and we increment the step. Okay, so now move into the rapid development model. So rapid development model is also a development approach that promote rapid prototyping and immediate feedback over lengthy development and testing cycle. With rapid application development, developer may take several revision and changes to a software product in short period without having to start at the beginning of the development schedule each time. So development modules such as the rapid application development emerge as the developer discovered that the convenience of waterfall development approach was not practically successful. It is a key weakness in the waterfall module because after the program has reached the testing phase, it becomes impossible to change the software essential operation and feature. The result is software that could or might not be your development need. In the context of software development, rapid application development is development approach that promotes rapid prototyping and immediate feedback. Every lengthy development and testing cycle. With rapid application development, developer may take several revision and changes to the software product in short of period without having to start at the beginning of the development schedule each time. So development module such as the red emerge as a developer discovered that the convenience of waterfall development approach was not particularly successful. Okay, so we have the different phases in the red: business model, data type model, process model, application development model, and testing turnover. Okay, so every model is important in a red model. Okay, so the red model also have the advantage and the disadvantage are. So uh, first advantage are the adaptable and flexible to evolve with this time. It comes in handy when you need to lower the total risk of the project. The process is more efficient when script, high level abstraction, and intermediary program are utilized to transfer deliverable. And the some disadvantages are when the technology risk is large, it is not approach solution. Red project can be failed if developers are not dedicated to developing or delivering the software on time. Okay, so scalability is reduced when a rapid uh, application development process is used. A prototype is product first, and then the final application is developed. We discussed now the most trending and most used model as Agile model. Okay, so Agile is a methodology based on the 20 principles outlines in the Agile Manifesto. It is a mindset rather than the set of restrict uh, protocols. Agile was developed to deliver better software more effectively and efficiently than previous methodology include waterfall through a focus on collaboration, communication, and constant changes. The adoption of the waterfall was swift and continuous. According to the Project Management Institute, a full 71% of the organizations report using agile approach for their project, sometimes, often, or always. There are several agile software development model. These models focus on teamwork, cross-functional collaboration, iterative development, and early customer feedback, testing feedback, and making adjustment allow team to develop the software. So one of the most important model in the agile is Scrum model. The Scrum model is the most popular uh, model. It is iteration of software development are known as sprint. During this 1 or 4 week long sprints, team access the previous sprint, add new feature, and plan the next sprint. Changes are not allowed after the sprint active or defined. After each new feature item or added to be coded and tested in the next sprint. The occurs until all the feature have been added and the project is deemed ready for release. So let's try to understand by the diagram. So okay. So we create a sprint with a product backlog. Okay, and design sprint planning. And so I'm taking another color. So this sprint is run 1 or 4 week as we discussed. Okay, and so sprint review. We sprint retrospective Okay, and sprint review, and implementation, and daily scrum. Okay, daily scrum is daily meeting. Okay, sprint execution, okay, and development of the finished product. Deployment. Okay. So increase collaboration between cross-functional team and between the organization, the and the customer, reduce the guesswork and the error that often result from the insufficient communication. Additionally, the incremental stage decrease the time and to market, enhance the communication, reduce time spent resolving error, and increase the likelihood of the end user being satisfied with the product. However, this collaboration does the require more input and time for the customer during the process. If too many features are requested and added, the team risks push back deadlines. Okay, so now jump into the next. Okay, we discussed. So now Kanban model. Okay, Kanban model is more easy to understand. If I'm not wrong, is Japanese technology. Okay, if I'm not wrong, maybe. Okay, so we create a like this board. Okay, okay. So backlog, to do, okay, ongoing, and done. Like to do list. Oh, D is wrong. Done. Okay. So we have so many tasks in under this. Okay. Okay. Now to do. So this will showing on the we will do the planning and ongoing and done. Okay. So this going this way. Okay. This way. So Kanban is an agile model, and the final model we will discuss. Okay. Unlike the other model, Kanban does not have a pronounced iterations. If a team does plan iterations, they are incredibly short sprints, sometimes as short as one day. A Kanban board with a sticky note is used to visually outline the project and their details, including project owner and progress status. This visualization allows the team to narrow their concentration on the most important feature in the development at the moment. So additionally, the Kanban board highlights the room remaining of the continuous improvement to the perfect of the future. So Kanban have also advantage and the disadvantage. Although the method of sticky note on a board help motivate the team to focus on the perfect, the important task at hand. It is poor way to define and maintain a time frame. For the reason planning long project is very difficult. Since there is no set planning stage, changes can be made at any time. One common disadvantage of the Kanban is lack of the time frame. This issue can be accounted if changes are made continuously. So every model was created with the purpose of the improving the software development and delivery process. So software development model uh, work well for specific types of project. However, older manual model like waterfall or quickly become a thing of the past. IT team and business at the large must move faster and more effectively to deliver software, face their end user, and keep up the competition. A faster, repeatable, and more secure software development process is in automation. This level of automation and speed is not attainable with many modules. Okay. I hope uh, you understood the concept and you like the video. To show your feedback, please like the video and share it with your network. If you have new in this channel, then please subscribe the channel and don't hesitate to drop your feedback, your suggestions, your question in the comment section. Okay. So thanks for giving your valuable time to watch this video. Thank you guys. Thanks.